Hey everybody, my name's Ben, we are the Beard Guys, and welcome to our video guide to the top mistakes that new PUBG players make and how to avoid them. This video is sponsored by PUBG Corp, and we have been working with their team to bring you a definitive set of guides to help you improve your PUBG skills. I've played over 6,000 matches of PUBG on console with over 500 wins and 16,000 kills. And I've used my experiences of fighting many new players and from my past experience of being one myself to put this guide together. Don't forget to click the like button down below if you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions you want to ask me, jump over to our Twitch stream on twitch.tv/thebeardguys, where we stream PUBG on Xbox every single weekday. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Time to jump into our list of top mistakes beginners make in PUBG on Xbox One and PS4. Number 1. Not using headphones. Not using headphones in PUBG is a death sentence. Attempting to play this game from the couch using your TV speakers will prove incredibly difficult. The amount of times I walk up behind someone, or sometimes even drive up behind them in a car, and they appear to have absolutely no idea that I'm there, just blows my mind. Avoid being one of these players by getting some headphones and using them. Without headphones, it's going to be hard to hear enemy movements and shots, and when you do hear them, it's going to be hard to work out what direction they came from. You don't need to break the bank and buy an uber expensive pair, but without headphones, you are really going to struggle. Number 2. Going prone all the time. A lot of new players seem to go prone in this game a lot. When they're waiting to move, they go prone. When they get shot at, they go prone. In all situations, they just go prone. Even when they're completely out in the open, they go prone. I very rarely go prone at all in PUBG. I only really occasionally do it as a last resort if I can only get into hard cover by hitting the deck. If someone is shooting at you, going prone is unlikely to save you. You need to break the line of sight, remain calm, find yourself some cover, or shoot back and try and kill them. Laying down is not going to save you. When you are prone, you are a much easier target for your enemies to hit, and it also restricts your own movement and ability to respond to situations. Standing up takes time, and it's tricky to aim at moving targets whilst laying down with a load of grass in your face. Number 3. Panicking. People panic a lot in this game. It's hard to train yourself out of it, but the calmer you can remain, the better you are going to do. When you're engaging an enemy, focus on using cover sensibly, placing your shots, and not running around and shooting like a headless chicken. If you practice your hot dropping and get yourself more used to intense combat situations, this can help you approach fights with a bit more of a relaxed attitude. Number 4. Unnecessary looting or over-looting. You don't need to have all your guns fully kitted out with attachments or have tons of meds and ammo and high-end gear before you move out from your drop location. It's nice to have, but you also have to balance their benefits against the other benefits of leaving earlier. Sure, a flash hider or a grip is nice to have, but you can still kill people with a naked gun. Over-looting in the early game can put you on the back foot with the zone, and it puts you at risk of being attacked whilst on low health due to zone damage. It also gives your enemies more time to take up strong strategic positions. Unnecessary looting later on in the game makes you vulnerable to being attacked whilst your guard is down. You'll have to figure out for yourself how much of each type of item you like to carry, but it's unlikely you are ever going to get through more than 100 or so rounds of ammo or 4 or 5 first aids without either ending up being killed or having the chance to stock up from someone you've taken down. Number 5. Jumping whilst getting shot at. Jumping during fights is rarely a good idea. It is a common reaction from players to start jumping around when being shot at, but jumping makes it highly predictable where you are going to land, and a good player can line up a shot a lot more easily. If I'm sniping at someone and they're running around in an unpredictable fashion, they are hard to hit. If they start jumping, I can just wait for them to jump and aim at the spot I know they're going to land in, and it makes my shots much easier to hit. It can be useful to jump sometimes to allow you to hear clearly for a short time without your footsteps being in the way, or to spin around and scan for targets, but generally, jumping whilst being shot at is not a great idea. Number 6. Not using frags enough. Frag grenades are incredibly powerful in PUBG. If you learn to use them effectively, you can kill almost anyone with them, often without even risking being shot. You can cook them to make them explode at the perfect moment, and you can also use them to force your enemy out of cover to allow you to shoot them. Try and carry a few on you at all times, and if you are fighting an enemy at short range, you should always be thinking about pulling out a grenade as soon as possible, because it's very likely they are already doing the same thing to you. In light of this, you should always be aware of enemies throwing them back at you. Watch out for signs of the enemy throwing a frag and try and keep moving between bits of cover when possible. If you can't move in between pieces of cover safely, then try adjusting the distance between yourself and the cover you're using whilst keeping the line of sight to the enemy blocked. Moving backwards and forwards like this can make it harder for them to judge where to throw their frags and can help keep you alive. Number 7. Standing still. Many beginner players stand completely still far too much in this game. Looting is the most common place that players do it, but really you should avoid standing still as much as possible. You can use the thumbsticks to keep yourself moving around slightly whilst you are looting an enemy crate, and even these small adjustments to your movement can put off enemies and stop them getting a kill shot on you. Whilst remaining still may help you remain hidden in certain situations, every second you spend still is another second any half-decent player can line up a headshot on you and kill you in one shot. Standing still makes you vulnerable and should be avoided as much as possible, except when you need to stop to shoot or revive. Something you'll notice when spectating good players is that they are never sitting still and offering up an easy shot to the enemy. They are always moving, even when sitting behind cover, not doing a lot, they won't be sitting still, offering up their heads, and they certainly won't be standing still whilst on an enemy crate or while picking up loot. Try and get yourself in the habit of always wiggling those thumbsticks around, keeping yourself moving, whatever you're doing. You want it to feel unnatural to stand still when playing this game. Number 8. PUBG is hard. You won't master it overnight. PUBG is a very difficult game to master. The gun handling and aiming is very difficult on a controller since there is no aim assist, like most other shooters on console. This makes it both difficult and also very rewarding when you get it right. Almost every game you play, you will not win. You have to beat 99 other players to win a solo match, so even the best players lose a lot of games. If you're having a bad streak and not enjoying it, then take a break and come back another time. It's a challenging game, especially for new players, and it takes time to get used to how it works. Playing squads with friends is a great way to learn how to play the game and have some fun if the solo life is not for you. So those were my top mistakes that beginners make in PUBG on console and some tips on how to avoid them. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you have any other big mistakes that you think new players make, then please leave a comment down below the video. If you have any questions about PUBG that you'd like to ask me, just come along to one of our daily live streams on twitch.tv/thebeardguys and I will do my best to help you out. We have a great community on Twitch of friendly players of all ages and skill levels, and it's a great place to make friends, learn the ropes, and find new squad mates, whether that's in Europe, America, or anywhere else in the world. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more like this, and thank you again to PUBG Corp for sponsoring this. My name is Ben, we are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time. I'm dead. Oh, what a frag! What a frag!